The Ukraine-Russia conflict has taken a dramatic turn, with a recent development that has sparked intense debate. A bold move by Ukraine's military has sent shockwaves through the war-torn region. Late on Tuesday, Ukraine's armed forces reported that Storm Shadow missiles, also known as Scalp, struck a Russian chemical plant in the Bryansk region. This plant was reportedly producing gunpowder, explosives, and rocket fuel. The attack was part of a massive combined missile and airstrike, with Ukraine's general staff stating that the missiles penetrated Russia's air defense system. The governor of the Bryansk region, Alexander Bogomaz, confirmed that Ukraine had attacked the region with drones and missiles. The Russian Defense Ministry also acknowledged the attack. This incident has raised tensions and brought the war into a new phase. But here's where it gets controversial. While Ukraine's military action has gained attention, the diplomatic efforts surrounding a potential summit between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin have hit a roadblock. Dan Sabah reports that plans for talks in Budapest have been shelved after an unproductive phone call between Marco Rubio and Sergei Lavrov. Their conversation led to the cancellation of a meeting scheduled for Thursday in Hungary's capital. European diplomats suggest that Russia has maintained a maximalist position, demanding Ukraine give up the entire Donbass region. Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, believes that Russia's interest in diplomacy wanes as Ukraine's long-range capabilities grow. He states, "The greater our long-range capability, the more willing Russia is to end the war." A senior Ukrainian official described the diplomatic efforts centered around Trump as going in circles, with Trump's stance varying daily. Currently, he advocates halting the war along the current front line without territorial concessions from Ukraine. European diplomats are working with Ukraine on a new ceasefire proposal along the current battle lines. This proposal includes a reference to a peace board chaired by Trump, modeled after the U.S. 20-point plan on Gaza. Some 35 allies of Ukraine will meet in London on Friday to discuss long-term support for Kyiv. However, some argue that these European efforts are more about keeping Washington engaged and giving Trump and the U.S. a significant role rather than crafting a deal both sides would accept. For instance, a proposal to use Russia's frozen assets to fund reparations for Ukraine is seen as a non-starter by Russia, according to one diplomat. In the midst of these diplomatic maneuvers, Russian attacks on Tuesday killed 4 people and left hundreds of thousands without power and water in Ukraine's Chernihiv region. A daytime attack by Russian kamikaze drones in the town of Novhorod-Siversky killed 4 civilians and wounded at least 7, including a child. This ongoing conflict and the intricate web of diplomacy and negotiations highlight the complexity of finding a resolution. It leaves us with a thought-provoking question. In a situation where both sides seem entrenched in their positions, is there a path to peace that satisfies all stakeholders? Feel free to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective on this evolving situation.